100, 99, 98, 97, 96, 95, 94, 93, 92, 91.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Downing Street for the government's daily press conference on coronavirus.
Right, you're going to have to keep this short because I'm currently engaged in a game of hide and seek.
I'd like to update you all on the government's plan to fight this pandemic.
Well, that would make a nice change, so...
We are following the expert scientific and medical advice.
Stay at home, protect the NHS, save lives.
Stay at home to protect the NHS and save lives.
Good, now move on to the number of tests.
I can report, through the government's ongoing monitoring...
As of 9 a.m. today...
As of 9 a.m. today, there have been...
334...
300,034...
No, 974,000 tests.
974,000 tests carried out across the UK.
Will you go away? I'm not in here. 20,101 patients are currently hospitalised.
101 patients are currently hospital.
Currently hospital.
But these stark figures highlight the gravity of this national emergency.
OK, I'm going to level with you, Priti. We haven't got off to the best start here, OK? So let's try and ramp it up a bit. Oh, God, I'm sounding like you now.
Coronavirus has opened Britain's enormous heart and shown our love and compassion for one another.
Priti, try and say words like love and compassion with love and compassion, rather than sounding like a particularly insincere Cruella de Vil.
As we come together to help those who are most in need.
Talk about police powers.
We have given the police powers to enforce the necessary measures.
Including the enforcement of fines.
Including through the enforcement of fines. And I'd like to thank them.
Don't smirk.
Who are working tirelessly to keep us safe.
Don't smirk. I know enforcing fines makes you happy, but do try to hide it.
For engaging with the public so constructively.
Look, can you stop smiling altogether? Whenever you smile, you always look like you're thinking back to a time when you kicked over a child's sandcastle.
Good to take our questions from journalists. And the first question to David Shookman from the BBC. Good afternoon.
Oh, terrific. Stay at home, protect the NHS, save lives, and make sure you're not on mute before you go on national television. Someone tell him.
David, we can't hear you. Are you sure you're not on mute?
Is that better? Can you hear me now?
David, thank you. Could you start again, please?
Oh, God save us. These briefings are like treading on a nail in slow motion.
Day after day, questions come up about shortages of PPE. I wonder whether, on behalf of the government, you'd be able to give a commitment to a date.
OK, no way we're answering that right now, so just go for the very clearly package of measures, steps taking place, blah, blah, blah response.
Very clearly about the measures and the steps that are taking place.
Good, now take another question. Take another question.
Was there anything else you wanted to come back on?
Not from him!
Well, would it be possible to give a commitment to a date?
Oh, no. Give him a policing perspective, even though that's not what he asked at all.
From a policing perspective, we're already out there in terms of making sure that we have enough gloves.
Various aspects of various services. Try to be as vague as possible.
This is about various aspects of various services, whether it's policing, fire, prisons.
Bolster and boost.
To really bolster and boost the supply that we need for PPE.
Unprecedented.
Which, quite frankly, is unprecedented during this crisis.
All right, that's enough hot air for one answer. We don't all want to take off, do we?
Secretary, will you apologise to NHS staff and their families?
No harm in saying sorry from time to time. Mistakes were made. We'll try and improve going forward.
Well, I think look, absolutely, we are focused as a government across all departments.
Sorry is fine, Priti, you can say sorry.
Protecting everybody who is working night and day right now.
We know what they do, just say sorry.
But at the same time, there is an enormous effort, a Herculean effort right now.
Herculean?
We are working day and night.
Stop saying the same things differently.
In terms of bolstering up our manufacturing capability and capacity.
Priti, I'm giving you permission to say sorry. Can you hear me?
We're bringing in new resources, new support staff, the MOD, other government departments, working with new businesses and other partners.
Are you trying to break a record or something?
To make sure that not only can we get the supply out to people...
The longest answer given by a politician which doesn't actually contain a single bob and biscuit crumb of solid information, is that it?
But that we're also boosting our own supplies and demands in our own supply in the UK.
But no apology, Home Secretary.
Yes, apologise. Just say sorry. Now. I know remorse is not really a hat you enjoy wearing, but if you could just dig yourself out of this hole and move on, that'd be great.
Well, I'm sorry
Good.
if people feel that there have been failings.
What?
I'll be very, very clear about that.
That's not being very, very clear. That's the opposite of being very, very clear. That's being purposely ambiguous.
But at the same time, we are in an
Unprecedented.
unprecedented global health pandemic right now.
Thanks for the reminder.
It is inevitable that the demand and the pressures on PPE and the demand for PPE are going to be exponential. They're going to be incredibly high.
Particularly if you completely ignore a national security risk assessment document from 2019 that specifically advised the stockpiling of PPE. You catastrophic hornet.
Ensuring that the distribution, which is unprecedented right now,
Oh, you found my secret hiding place, didn't you? I thought you'd never find me in here. That's what you said this morning, wasn't it, Priti?